Hi traders, thanks for stopping by thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor and we're going to take a look at a bunch of charts here, and I'm going to go over my analysis and my thought process, and hopefully it'll help you navigate through the market. But first, if you're not already a member, go ahead and visit the homepage of the website www.thetradinganalyst.com, and you can get to know us a little bit better, and you can see all of the member benefits that you'll receive when you sign up to be a member: text message alerts, email alerts, watch lists, member videos, educational material, and much, much more. You can also scroll down and get a little bit more of a detailed picture of the membership options. And if you scroll down a little bit further, you can see what our current members are saying about the membership. And if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, you can choose either the monthly access or the lifetime access at a reduced rate. The choice is yours. It's a great opportunity, and we'd love to have you. All right, so let's get into these charts here. The first chart that I'm going to be covering is Apple. Now, Apple here, we made a really nice move to the upside today. This is pretty significant. If you've been following along the videos, you know that I have been leaning bullish on Apple, so this is just follow through of more of what we've seen. We had a nice gap up on earnings. We held these gains, and then today we broke over the previous highs of the last 3 days. So really bullish action here, and we did so on some pretty decent volume that you can see right there. Another thing that we did that was significant today is we broke over this downtrend line. We've been in a downtrend since early 2015. Lower highs, lower highs, lower lows, lower lows. Okay, so now we are finally over this downtrend line, and I believe that Apple is in the process of breaking out. I believe we can see these highs up here near 130 in not too long of a time period. This is a breakout right here over this downtrend line. We had a positive earnings reaction. We held these lows down here, as you can see, on a weekly basis near 91, and you can see that while all these down moves we've gotten, we held this 91 level. Okay. Another thing that I want to point out here is this support that we have at 150. So if for some reason we dip back under this downtrend line, and I really want to see a weekly close over this downtrend line to see it have a true breakout. But if it decides to dip back under here, we have some nice support at 150. So 150 is that support. Near-term support is going to be the support from the previous 3 days highs right here at about 104.30 or so, as well as today's lows, and that's as well as lining up with the downtrend line that we broke over. So near-term support is just above 104. So definitely some nice action that we're seeing off of Apple, and it's something you want to be aware of if you're trading or investing in Apple. Next, I want to cover price line. Price line here, if you notice here, nice little bull flag that we have on price line. We broke out of it on Friday's action with some nice big bullish volume right there. So here's the flag pull, and here's the flag right here, and we broke out of it on Friday's trading session on some nice volume. Today we made a higher high and a higher low. It is a doji, so we could see a little bit of a consolidation to the downside before heading up again, but I definitely think that price line is looking good for higher prices in the near term. Something that you want to be aware of, though, is we've got some pretty decent resistance in the 1370s range here. You can see that the highs of today almost hit it. These highs hit it. Over here, these highs hit it. A couple candles over here, right here, almost hit it right there, and then this candle right there. So definitely a key level here. If we break over that level, that's very bullish for price line. So something that you want to be aware of if you're trading or investing in Priceline. Next, I want to take a look at WYNN. All right, so short term right here, we've got this uptrend line right here. You can see that we bounced from it several times, and we bounced off of it Friday as well as today. So short term, you want to see this uptrend line hold. If it breaks, we risk coming back down here to about $87, which is some pretty big support. So pretty big support at $87, and it's also the downtrend line. Let me switch to the weekly time frame, and you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Okay, so a break back lower to about 87 would be another retest of that downtrend line that we broke over, which would be a good bounce zone. So just be aware of that if you are trading or investing in WYNN. Next, I want to cover Twitter, and I'll switch back to the daily time frame. So Twitter, pretty simple stuff here. We've got resistance between $18 and $19, and then we've got support between $15 and $16. As you can see, we bounced from it here, 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 and then on the underside, it was resistance right there, so now that is support. Next, I want to be covering GoPro. So GoPro, if you've been following along, I like GoPro for a bounce off of this uptrend line. We got just that. Really nice move, about 20% move since the last couple videos I did on GoPro mentioning that uptrend line, so congrats if you've been following along. Now we're coming up to this resistance between $13 and $14. You can see that several candles have gotten rejected today, last Thursday, this candle, and then you can see it gets kind of thick in this range over here from these candles right here at that $14 level, and then if you look over here, it was the lows of these candles right there. So if you look on, you want to take a big look at this chart. We're trading in a box here between $14 and $8. So eventually it's going to break outside of this range. We don't know if it's going to be to the upside or the downside, but once it breaks outside of this range, whether it's over 14 or under $8, I would probably guess more than likely it's going to be to the upside. So that's most likely what's going to happen, but you got to be open to all situations when you're analyzing charts. You don't want to be biased heading into it. But if we break over 14 or under 875, we're going to see a pretty big move because we've been consolidating sideways here for quite some time. So just be aware of that on a long-term basis. And next, I want to cover Lockheed Martin. Two things I want to cover. I want to cover this daily uptrend line that we have here from the beginning of the year in January, February touch, March touch, almost touches here, and then the last real touch we got was in June right there, and that was a really nice play if you caught it right there because we broke over this little downtrend line that we had right there, as well as we broke out of this nice little box. Let me draw it right there. Yeah, we broke out of this really tight box right there, so that was a really nice play if you caught it. So this is, these plays out of these boxes are really powerful. They're trading sideways for quite some time in that box, and they're compressing, and you can see the Bollinger Bands getting really tight. You can see how tight they are. These gray lines are the Bollinger Bands right here, and when they're squeezing really tight, that means a big move is coming, and that's exactly what we saw off of Lockheed Martin. So just be aware of that for the future. So I'm going to go into the 30-minute chart here on Lockheed Martin. You can use the hourly chart. Pretty much gives you the same results here. It doesn't matter. But this is the 30-minute chart of the most recent action on Lockheed Martin. And you can see that we broke over this downtrend line right here, and you can see that this is pretty much just another version of what we saw on the daily chart, where we were squeezing, broke over the downtrend line right here, as well as had an uptrend line right here. So pretty much the same setup, just on a smaller time frame on Lockheed Martin. So I do think that Lockheed Martin at least tests up here at that 260 resistance up there. So if you're a short-term options trader, that'll be a nice play right there. Thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate it as always. Again, if you're not already a member, go ahead and scroll down to the bottom of the website and choose either the monthly access or the lifetime access. Either one works great for you. It's a great opportunity, and we'd love to have you as a member. We'll see you over there.